wins list with the wins tonight? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm glad they don't put the losses with that, or the lack of championships. But no, that's not sure how long Coach Wooden coached. I think 29, 30 years, and I'm fortunate to get 31 years in. And it's great to have, Bull and Kenny and Paul were all back tonight, and to see those guys back when they got the All-Star break, they could choose to go anywhere and come back here. It really means a lot to me, and really means a lot to our program. They're in the locker room with all the guys, and it's just great to have them back.
You experimented with the four-guard lineup a little bit at OSU. Well, you clearly went with it there, and it was working very well in the second.
Addy did a great job. He's earned that. He's been working hard. Last couple weeks, really been doing a better job. Not only did he have 12 minutes of really positive stuff, there were no negatives. And you weigh everything. Yeah, you want guys to make some plays, but he blocked out. He went after balls. He tipped that one out to Peyton for a three, in the first half. I mean, not only did he have a lot of positives, there were no negatives that I can remember. So I thought, as much as anybody, that second half and his performance, his 12 minutes were very good.
Press in the start was really effective, and then you had the long without a basket that you couldn't get into, and then it came back. But anytime you guys could get the press going, it really limited them.
Yeah, our numbers with the press back were a lot different than just straight. We ran into that, great stretch there in the first half where they went on the 18-0 run. We just couldn't get the press set, couldn't get anything going, missed a lot of shots inside, just didn't finish, and got some steals and couldn't finish. So I thought the second half we really got it turned around, points off turnover, second chance points. When you win those two categories, you're going to be pretty successful, and we haven't been. Oregon State beat us in both those. Washington State, Stanford, some of the games that we've lost, it's directly tied to that. So thought the crowd really gave us a lot of energy the second half. We just could never quite get over the hump, but they stayed with us and really energized our team. That was great atmosphere, and they really helped us tonight. There ain't no doubt about that.
I feel like your guards got the message about contributing on the rebounding.
Yeah, Will did a good job. Peyton had 11. We ended up getting beat by 3, but again, those second chance points, getting an advantage there is huge. We got some big ones there that second half, but I thought we battled them, but they're a good team. They've been together. They're not trying to break any new guys in. They're all vets. They got 95% of their scoring back from a year ago, 90-some% of the rebounding. They're just a veteran crew, and we knew we'd have to beat them. They weren't going to give us the game, and didn't look good there for a while, but the guys continued to grind it out and found a way.
In terms of the physicality, were you happy with what you saw?
I thought it was better. It wasn't what we want it to be. I think there's still more there, but I thought we took a step in the right direction. What I really liked is I really thought, the last 8 minutes of the game, our zone, our connection, I finally saw guys pointing, flying around, talking a little bit, and I really thought we were connected defensively, and that's something that's been really missing from our defensive effort. I think our guys are playing fairly hard. When I watch the film, they're playing fairly hard, but we're just making so many mistakes. And we made so many mistakes in the first half on ball screens, scouting report mistakes, So those things, we got to clean them up. It's February 13th. We shouldn't be making those mistakes. And I tell the guys that, and, but I really liked the 8 minutes. The last 8 minutes, I thought we were really connected defensively. I saw more talk and pointing, and guys, not two guys going to the ball, one guy going, the next guy moving to the next pass. I thought we did a much better job there.
Is it easier to justify trotting out a four-guard lineup or having Addison to the four when you've got such good rebounding output out of your two guards combined?
Well, it helps. It's hard to do if they're pounding you on the boards, and this is a very good rebounding team, one of the tops in the country. So it does make a big difference. You know, we couldn't have done that if they would have been pounding us too bad on the boards. They got us a couple times. Big fella, you know, knocked Chris around a couple times, but you know, I thought we did an adequate job, and again, it allowed us to press and, you know, a little more quickness out there. Thought CJ and Addie on the ball really did a good job. Really gave us some energy.
Addison talked about how it can be difficult for a freshman to show up and not score a lot because that's what he did in high school. How did you kind of feel like his development's gone the last couple of weeks? Because he said he's really embraced just being the energy guy.
Well, first of all, his parents were here a couple weeks ago, and you know, I thought that really helped. You know, they told him he was just going to have to, and he's put more time in. You know, he's been after practice. I mean, I know that, but the more time he put in, and he's been a lot more focused in practice. You know, he earned the shot at Oregon State. He earned the shot tonight. So it is tough. You know, freshmen, everybody's a scorer, everybody's a star. You know, and that's why Colorado's got such a big advantage. They're not trying to break any freshmen in. You know, they're all vets. You know, and they're not playing any freshmen. And we got to continue to work with ours because Addie, Chandler, CJ, you know, they got to produce for us. So, you know, we got to hope they keep making strides.
Will mentioned that, you know, in the last couple of years with the amount of turnover that your program has had, that, you know, the freshmen, it takes them a while to listen, but eventually they do listen to the coaches and the experienced voices in the room. I mean, have you kind of just seen that as far as how your teams have kind of, over the last couple of seasons, coalesced a little bit later in the season? And it always seems to be, at least right around this time, that it starts what you guys are preaching to really sink in.
Well, you know, like I said, every team's different, and you know, in fairness to the guys, they got a lot of people in their ears. You know, I mean, former coaches, friends, you know, family. You know, everybody wants to be a star. You know, I mean, it's hard on guys. The social media, and you know, everybody should be getting 20. Everybody should be playing 35 minutes a game, and you know, that's just not the way it works. And so, you know, I'm not saying it's easy to make the adjustment. It's fairly difficult, you know, especially when you're trying to win a Pac-12 championship, when you're trying to compete at a high level. It's not easy, and there are going to be ups and downs. And you know, you try to explain that to guys that, you know, nobody's career, you know, nobody goes like that. You just hope that they're patient enough and work through the ups and downs and trust you a little bit to go. And I hope that's what they see when, you know, these guys come back and want to still be part of our program, that, you know, they trusted us, you know, and, you know, eventually, you know, it worked out for them. So, again, it's not easy, and players go through ups and downs. And like I said, they got so many people talking to them, and social media and everything. It's a tough time to be an 18, 19-year-old and trying to be part of a team that's trying to win. So you just got to keep talking to them, and hopefully get the support of the parents, and you know they just keep grinding, and hopefully it comes through.
You like having an extra day of prep with all the energy you had to use and kind of the emotion that comes with a comeback win like that?
Oh, you know, it's going to be the same for Utah. You know, if we came back, you know, it doesn't matter. It wasn't like we had a double overtime with USC that time. That was kind of nice. But no, I mean, this time of year, you know, we're not practicing as long. We're hoping they're doing a lot more film work and a lot more studying the scouting reports, and so we don't make as many mental. But we're not going nearly as long as we did in December and January. You still got to have energy to play the games. But again, so much energy that second half came from the crowd. Our energy level the first half, we were, you know, stuck in the mud. But that crowd, that second half, once we gave them a little something to get going, you know, they were great. I thought that last, you know, 12 minutes, they were really, really good. Really gave us a lot of energy. Really helped us fly around.
It seemed like you also went from either not pulling up and not taking as many shots in the paint inside in the first half, settling for some threes, to really making it a point to get to the hoop for everybody, the guards, the bigs, whatever. Was that a strategic?
Well, you know, we went inside first half and it didn't work so good. You know, we missed a lot of shots in the paint. Second half, you know, we hit some big threes. You know, Anthony Banks one in. That was one we needed, and Will hit two big ones, I think. So, you know, 8 for 24, 33%. You'd like to get a couple more down. Chris had a couple really good looks, I thought, and he went 1 for 6. He's blaming it on his pinky, but just one of those nights where we got enough shots, but we did get to the rim. We got to the foul line a little bit, and then like CJ hit 3 or 4 free throws. I thought that was big. We got to the paint a little bit, and then we finished. Will had some nice finishes in there, and Peyton had a couple nice ones, so got to the rim a little bit more.
You said this was an important game, and obviously the win now brings you back into first place, but now the importance of winning on Sunday in Utah.
Oh, absolutely. Now, all we did was put ourselves back in the hunt, but again, I told the guys, it's right there. I mean, we got 4 at home, 2 on the road, and, nobody's ahead of us. So you control your own destiny, and again, at this point in the season, that's what you hope for. We'd like to add a couple that we didn't feel like we played well in, but we have won 4 overtime games, so I consider that fortunate too, because you never know how it's going to go with those. So, we're not where we want to be, but we control our own destiny, and so we got to go out. And Sunday is a big ball game, and every game's big now because when you're tied or team's right there, everyone counts.
Any chance of the extra day that Valley would be available?
He did practice, went through shoot around today, so I think we're getting closer. But I don't know about Sunday. But he did go through shoot around today and did move around a little bit.